Sorry, guys. I was muted. All right. All right. Are we doing well now? Okay. I've had two mutes, a freeze so far. Is this going to be awesome or what? Hopefully, we have internet connection and everyone is linking in and getting in the room, getting in our beautiful church we're building together. I have some really cool news for you guys today. I mean, really cool. Um, let's see. Chip Man, good to go on YouTube. M Heart, all good now. It looks like I'm freezing up a little bit. Are you guys seeing any freeze ups? I don't know why that would be happening. Oh, these things are always a little challenging. All right, looks like people are piling in now. We got 300 people in the room. It's 10:32 in the morning. Good morning wherever you are in the world. If you're in Europe, good morning. If you're in Vietnam, good afternoon. If you're in China, good afternoon. If you're in anywhere in the world, hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Um, and we're going to have a hopefully a good show today. You know, when I do these, first off, if it's a little rough today, apologies, but I stayed up very late last night. I think I went to bed at 4:30, and the night before I did the same thing. So staying up late, waking up early, and then just being just doing what I do on the weekends. Been a nice weekend for me. I've gotten a tremendous amount of painting done, artwork, maybe not painting, but artwork, which is always good for the soul. And uh, I have gotten so much unbelievably positive feedback about this show that we're doing here, this church we're building here, the input I am receiving from people. And I just want to thank everyone for being involved here because if you weren't coming here, I mean, I wouldn't be seeing these comments. Um, I was at dinner last night with someone, and out of the blue, they looked at me and they said, "Hey, listen, my best performing employee has been watching you for I don't know a few months or something, and his whole life has changed. He literally is walking around going, I am this, I am that. Like I know this works, okay? Like I know this works more than I know that Bitcoin's going to just do incredible things, which I've studied that a lot, and I'm quite certain of that. But the I ams work, okay? The only thing you have to do is just start doing them. Um, that is really, really the trick, okay? And I just want to say I am grateful. I am grateful for knowing this hack. Okay, this is so uncomplicated. I am learning. I am a great student. You know, if you're in your phase of your life where you're not a teacher, but you're a student, one, there is nothing wrong with being a student or a soldier or an employee or an apprentice. Okay? Like there are very few masters on the planet. And the only way you become a master is to become great at something. Usually one or two or three things, like a very limited highly focused. And that's so we're going to talk about gratitude today because I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, by the way. And I would be very, very grateful. And I think the people that you would do this for would also be very grateful that you take this time right now to call someone, send them the link to this church, and let's invite some other people in here. Okay, it's on Rumble, it's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube, and it's on X. And if you guys want it somewhere else, Spotify or where else, if you watch this stuff on or other equipment or other platforms, then let us know. Let Dana know. Dana's helping me a lot. You see her; she says good morning. Dana's helping me with the church. And anyway, so I was at dinner And this man who has no reason to stroke me or say anything about me that for any reason, right? He's got no motive, and he's just he was shocked at the improvement of the person that worked with him, an associate. Now, for me, that's a big deal. Okay, that is a big deal. This guy literally. This is the easiest trick in the whole world. Okay, it's just such a cool hack. You don't even have to go anywhere. All you have to do is look in the mirror. Um, Speaking of mirrors, I'm going to just make a point. Okay, I think people underutilize mirrors. One, you don't look at yourself. Do you notice how seldom you actually look into your own eyes? In fact, notice how seldom, especially men, don't even look at themselves. Like you spend more time looking at another human being. You know another human being's face better than you know your own. That's pretty cool, right? So I don't really think about it that way. I most certainly don't just stare at myself in the mirror, but I need to learn to communicate with myself in the mirror. Okay. Now I'm the toolbox, but I'm also the tool. You're the toolbox and you're the tool, or the tools, right? So I need to sharpen all my tools. I need to actually figure out what tools I have in my toolbox. I like that one. Okay. What is in my toolbox? Okay. Do I have a hammer? Like for a big part of my life, I had a toolbox. I had a bunch of stuff in it, but there was one tool in there that dude, every problem I had, I picked up that tool. It was a mallet. Okay. Just a big old wanking hammer. And, my view was that every problem on the planet's a nail. Okay. Just smash it. Now that works for a little while until it doesn't. And, most certainly one tool when misused is not going to help me, right? And so I had to learn one how to use that tool better. Like I wouldn't want to throw my hammer away. I actually rarely need to use my hammer anymore. Seriously, I rarely need to pull the hammer out. You know, I have a screwdriver in there. I've got string. There's a lot of other things I can use. I need to learn what else is in my toolbox besides um, the one tool that I tend to go to. Maybe one of my tools is, well, I'm just going to go into non-action, or I'm going to go into pause. Pause is a tool. Pause is an action. Delay is an action. Delay is an action. It's not a lot of action, but it's action. Indecision, I think leads to fear and lack of confidence and doubt. And it feeds on itself. I was speaking to somebody earlier. Um, it feeds on itself. When I'm pausing, delaying an action that I should be taking, I'm actually telling my mind I'm not ready now. Now, there are times when I am not ready and I should pause, but more often than not, I think without, I'm not talking about being knee jerk responder. What I'm talking about though is many people wait for perfection when good is perfectly good enough to start. Okay. Like you don't need it to be perfect. If you're waiting for it to be, if you're waiting to be perfect, you will never take any action because you will never be perfect. Like I am so imperfect. It's crazy. And in fact, in every situation I put myself in, depending on how comfortable I am in that environment, depends on how authentic I am and how much I'm able to contribute or not to contribute. And this is why I think one of the things we're going to also talk about today is focus. Okay, focusing on something. Like, we're doing the IMs, and what I hear from a lot of people is, man, Well, one thing is I see that people some are struggling with, hey, how deep can I go? I am what, and it's all over the place. It's deep or it's shallow, and it's all over the place. Um, when I have that problem, by the way, guess what I get to do? I am focused. I am focused on the tools that I am most capable of using. I am. See, there's some tools in my toolbox I might not be ready to use. So, how can I turn my mind around? I'm literally speaking to an employee. Okay. I'm shaping me. I'm shaping me instead of the passive. Oh, by the way, have you guys been like, uh, becoming more aware of how much negative talk you have? See, when you start doing this, you start to realize, you should begin realizing now, hey, we've been doing this now October the 15th, I think. That's 38, 40 weeks. This is our 40th week. Made some decisions last night about the I Am Church that I hopefully you guys are going to be interested in and want to support. Uh, it's interesting. It was with four people, and we talked about a whole bunch of different subjects. And the guy at the very end of the deal was like, your face completely changes when you start talking about the church thing. And I know that's true. I mean, this has been a true gift for me. Um, so here's an example, right? And many people have heard this story. I'm just going to tell it again because I never thought this would happen to me, right? Never even considered that it would happen to me. I'd heard other people have the experience, but one Saturday night I was painting very late, and I was criticizing. And if you don't know this new trick I have, okay, I started. I made a decision some time ago, about 4 years ago, that every time I criticized anything, I refuse to be critical now. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not being critical of others, because I think it's nearly impossible for me not to be critical. But when I am critical, I need to stop and go, hey, what part of me is either doing that or not doing it, and I should be. And I had this critical thought about my distrust in all systems, including churches. And and then the next comment I have, well, hey, hotshot, why don't you go start one? I mean, it was a message, literally physically coming from the right side of me into this part of my body, hit me. And it was like, hey, you have a camera, you have a microphone, and you have an ability to communicate. Stick your face in it tomorrow morning. Like literally, it was a message. Hey, just go do this. And literally 10:30 the following morning. Well, what I did was hey, I'm going to go do something tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. I literally took the action. Okay, action. I don't think I need to pray for stuff over and over and over again. What I need to do is say my prayer. I am whatever. I am awake. And then I need to take action. I need to go read a book, for instance. If I am awake, oh, I am a great leader. I am a great speaker. Oh, hey, go speak. Start doing it, right? I must start. Why? Because the religious people, okay, and I don't know anything about. I've just don't want to get into the boxes of religions, but if you have faith, faith is not I trust you. Faith should be, hey, I trust you enough to follow you into war, man. Like I'm taking an action, right? I'm literally doing something I'm either supporting you or I'm taking some action. Vocal, the vocal action is really, really important. Okay. Why do I keep telling you guys the story about Saturday night when I get this message? I don't want people to think I'm weird. Because what I'm telling you is that I got a message from something else. It feels like God to me. It feels like a direction telling me, go into the thing on Sunday, go into the cameras and start your church. I had no clue it was going to be didn't think about any of that. I just started doing it. And I think that makes me extremely faithful. It shows faith. Okay, so you have to take action. And if I'm not taking action, I'm thinking. I'm in doubt. I haven't figured it out. What am I waiting for? Am I waiting for perfection? Or am I waiting to make sure that I don't make a mistake? Well, how many mistakes are you guys okay with me making here? Is it okay if I make some mistakes? I mean, it's not like, I've made a few notes. I've gotten prepared. My intentions are really cool. And I show up here and I say, hey, I meant to bring a paintbrush actually today. Um, but hey, I'm the paintbrush, man. I'm the pencil. I literally was out there just a little while ago. Hey, look, I'm a paintbrush. Okay. I'm empty. I'm a brand new paintbrush. I've never been used before. Show me what to do. Now, look, I'm not an airy fairy guy. Okay. I'm not. I'm not one of these like magic garden softy bofties. Okay. I just I'm not, I'm fairly grounded in reality, but it starts to make me wonder, hey, how many other times have I gotten messages that maybe I wasn't really aware? Ooh. I want to share that with you, and I'm going to continue to share this story because I think you guys get a lot of messages and you're not listening. Everybody's so busy doing stupid stuff. I'm going to get back to focus, not stupid stuff, but we talk a lot about freedom and peace and being great. It's one thing or two things or three things. We talk about, hey, if you want to figure out who you are, figure out most certainly first who you are not. Okay. And if you can figure out who you're not, I think it limits the box, right? Like I knew I was never going to be a doctor or be in the medical profession. So I can just knock all that off. I'm like, no, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. I didn't want to work for Goldman Sachs. So I had to kind of rule that out. I didn't want to be an insurance salesman. I didn't want to be an investment advisor. What I realized, hey, I like taking risk. Okay. I like swinging for the fence. I mean, I do like building something and creating something and then carrying it on my back. Really, I like that. And had I, especially the kind of stuff I do, had I not focused, I would have destroyed it. I mean, you can't play these games, and you're playing the game of life. You can't play these games in life and bet on 32 different tables and have interest in all kinds of different stuff and be mediocre at best. Show up at a job for 10 years, 20 years in an industry that's, that you're not changing in, or a neighborhood you're not changing in, or I'm not changing in. This is why I love that I've had 4 different industries because I would have just gotten bored. I think people, I'm a very different person today than I was 12 years ago. For me, somewhere, especially for you younger guys, and there isn't an older person in this church today that will not um, agree with me. Okay. I think you'll agree with me. At least for me, every 7 to 12 years, there is a massive step change in my life. Absolutely. 7 to 12 years. I see it seven when I was 7 or 12, something happened. 12 to 24, totally different period. I could probably break that down a little bit. 24 to 36, massively different. Okay. I started actually becoming a mature human being at around 36. Extremely focused on things. Um, I shouldn't say that actually. I was I've been gifted with the interest in looking inward. I have It's a gift that somebody I have always, since I can ever remember, wanted to know what the hell is going on this planet and me. Like there's just things that I have always been very interested in, uh, that aren't about what you and I can touch and feel. There, I know there's something else. Okay, I can feel the energy. It's so, and I actually think the energy is heavier today and bigger than I remember it in recent years. Now, maybe it's because I'm doing this, and what drove me to do this was, well, I had 4 years ago, I had a large problem hit me that I could not solve, and it's interesting for any of you guys, and I would suspect 2,300 people in the room. There's a good 15 to 1,800 people that are struggling with life. Okay, most people don't show up to these things by accident. When I show up into an environment like this, or a book hits the table, or I read something, or I play a little trick with myself, and I go, "Hey, I'm going to go find a message," and I go pick up a book and literally just open the book. Okay, but I have already decided I am attracting a message that I need to read today or understand, and I will open a book and it'll be like, discipline is the key to freedom. There'll be some quote in there, and I'll be like, dude, that's totally what I need. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to, when you're doing these IMs, start expecting them to happen. Okay, if you get highly emotional, I want you to get highly emotional with your IMs. Okay, you should be jacked up. You guys and women, okay, going to work in the morning, you're listening to your music, dude, smash the music up and start doing the IMs. I am great. I am awesome. I am magic. I am, whatever your I am is. And I mean, get the emotion into it, okay? If you got to start screaming, scream it, all right? If you got to sing with it, I mean, do something snappy. Slap yourself around a little bit. Try not to hit anybody while you're doing that. Okay, but you're retuning your mind. Your mind is you, and I actually think the mind and the soul are exactly the same thing. Like I am the soul. Okay, like you are talking to a full-on soul here, pretending to be a human being. That is really the way I look at my life today. I have no other better way to explain it. I most certainly not calculating this in a calculator sitting in between my earballs. This is what my teachers told me. This makes no sense, man. I'm having thoughts here. Basically, what's it called? Just vomiting, um, painting, and not necessarily worrying about what the paint looks like on the canvas. The job is just to get it out. My job now is to communicate and to actually let the brush do the work. Okay. So you can see now, I can see now how by me taking more action, I mean, this has to be obvious to you guys, right? I am actually more confident in what I'm doing right this moment today than I was 6 months ago. Because now I've made a decision. Hey, dude, I'm actually getting better at this. This is the people are here. This is positive. There's no downside here. I think, I am building a church with at least 100,000 people in it from all over the world. We are building a church that has 100,000 people every Sunday in it. Okay, with 3,000 people. I like these metrics, okay? Now, why am I talking about the numbers? Hey, something is working here, okay? When I have dinner with a guy and he's like, dude, my employee is listening to your IM stuff and he's improving. I mean, the guy didn't say he improved a little bit. The guy said it's remarkable. So any of you guys like struggling and not winning on the IMs, you cannot give up. When you start doing this, every demon, every suppressive, oppressive asshole that doesn't want you to be better and bigger is going to come out. Every demon you have, every devil you have on your shoulder, every memory you have about whatever that has been blocking you, and probably not even blocking you, probably just keeping you in the same little rut, they're all going to pop up. Okay? They will all pop up and take extreme, like, they'll turn into aliens. Okay? They want to win. They do not. Like, this has been pro survival for them and you. This has been a mechanism. Look, just because I have created a solution for something years ago does not mean that solution is still the tool I should be using. Just because I've had some failed marriages does not mean that women are bad. I mean, maybe I'm the one, okay? Right? I mean, just because I make a decision one day does not mean that 10 years from now that decision should stick. Now, the problem with emotions and survival is normally when people make a really strong decision, like money is bad. I know people that believe money is bad, and you wonder why you never have any. I know people that in their core, somewhere, their parents, their teachers, their friends, whatever, they were taught that money is bad. They were taught that power is bad. Okay. Oh, everybody goes evil. Not everybody goes evil with power. I refuse to become evil for power. I refuse to become evil for money. I am honest. Period. Exclamation mark. There's not kind of a compromise in there, okay? It didn't say I'm honest until it comes to sex. I am honest in all my affairs. Hello. And then I take the action of doing so. Okay? I am honest. I am powerful. Okay? I don't say I am not broke. I am not weak. I am powerful. I don't care how weak you feel. I don't care how sick you feel. If you feel sick right now, you have a cold or whatever, the first thing you should do before you take vitamin C is say, I am healthy. Okay, I am healthy, 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 I am healthy. Why are you blowing your nose? Okay, and then go take the vitamin C. I am authentic. Okay, this is a really, really, really awesome I am that every human being can do. I am authentic. Please add this to your repertoire. Okay. And by the way, do you guys have your books? Okay, you got to get your books. You got to start making notes. Okay, you got to start making notes. I mean, I'm around somebody right now. I guarantee you, this person will end up writing and drawing, and because she's seeing the impact of impregnating. Okay, like stamping, impinging. It's like I'm making a seed phrase. I am the seed phrase, dude. Okay. The seed phrase is I am an awesome human being. Now I have to like shout that from the mountaintops without looking insane. Okay. And the way I'm doing it is that I'm coming on a show like this and I'm saying, hey, we all need to do this. And you're going to see how much better Gary gets from doing it. Like, seriously, you will see me become expansive because I've decided, like, you give me good feedback. Okay, there's one way to motivate my ass. You be nice to me. If you're nice to me and you tell me that I am able and capable, that is it, dude. That is all you need to say to me. Okay. Like let's roll. I've gotten so much positive feedback. And by the way, this is also an area I am good at. Okay. Once I hold on to an I am, I then, or once I decide to buy a Bitcoin or whatever I decide to do, I start telling lots of people about it. Okay. Now, why do I do that? One, I'm burning the damn bridges, man. I'm burning my bridges. I'm telling people so that I can like not back up. Okay, it's an action. I'm gonna buy 1,000 Bitcoin, dude. I own 1,000 Bitcoin outright. Okay, this is an I am for me. When I say it now, I've thrown it out in the universe, man. Okay, I can't just have this imagination and not express it. I must express this imagination that I have. And by expressing the imagination, see this cat, dude, I love this cat, man. Okay. He reminds me, hey, throw it out there. Okay, look, I am a dancer. Okay. Awesome, dude. Tell people you're a dancer. Why are you telling people? You're telling people so that you can secure in your own mind what you're building. It's not so much about the people giving you approval. You should not care what their response is. I had no idea. Look, I love 10,000 people in here. What am I going to get disappointed because 2,783 are in there? No, dude, I love you guys. I'm not going to piss on you waiting for 10,000. What I'm going to do is go, look, this is a good example. Okay. We're here somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000 people. If I just look at these metrics, I could get, oh, wow, why isn't it growing? It should be growing faster. Well, who's not doing their job? And first off, we don't promote this show. It's not like but there are times, okay, and you're going to see this. I guarantee you we'll get to 100,000. Who thinks we can build a church with 100,000 people a week in it? And if you have any ideas about how to do that, get back to me because I am doing that. Okay. I made a decision last night for sure. I was already headed here, but when that guy said, bro, your face lights up so much. This is not just about my face lighting up. This is some other light. I am supposed to do this. And I am not going to become corrupted by the notoriety. And everybody I've ever seen do this kind of stuff, they end up going down a bizarre rabbit hole. I am not going to do that. This is our church. It's not about Gary. I am simply a paintbrush. And I think this I am thing has legs, okay? I think it has massive legs. I wish Elon would actually get out of his political shit. I think I am could actually, sitting on top of an X platform, go massive steps toward resolving the education system. And I am most certain, folks, I am extremely certain that the only way that we will ever fix this planet is to refuse to even consider trying to do it from the inside. You cannot do this from the inside, okay? Look, if I'm not willing to change, if I don't come here as a vessel broken and messed up, that's what happened to me, okay? I lost a shitload of money. My kids were taken from me. I wasted 12 years of my life. And when you look around, you go, whoa, dude, I just wasted 12 years of my life, blew $250 million. I mean, fucking life changing kind of money. Uh, and I'm finding myself in an industry I hate. I have zero interest in the credit card industry. Fascinated with new things, and I was in a trap. I'm painting. I mean, it's amazing the stuff I'm painting, okay? I was painting back then, prison after prison after prison. I looked at most of the paintings. I'm like, oh my God, dude, these are cages. Literally in my subconscious, I have been painting these cages. Cages that I was in. In fact, the cages I built, dude, I built the damn cage. And I'm looking at the whole universe. I have a couple of paintings I'll never sell because I'm literally looking at through these bars at the entire universe. The entire universe is like micrometers from my freaking fingertips, and I can't get to it because I'm trapped in some bizarre relationship between business and relationships and kids and love and I actually got away from I am, man. I'm literally like, it was just a 12-year detour. Shit happens, okay? Now I'm looking at it going, hey, if that wouldn't have happened, I probably wouldn't be in this church right now. That is really fascinating. In fact, I studied religions and church and history for about 7 or 8 years between 2002 and 2010. And have been really well, I walked away with a belief system that, look, I don't think any of the history is true. I think it's all been factored, fictionalized, changed, altered, mutated, mutilated, made up. And that's the same of any large organization, including religions. I have yet to see one that doesn't have so many freaking issues. And if your history is incorrect, I don't know how religion can be correct. And if your religion is not correct, how can anything that we're doing be correct? Other than I am the solution. I am the problem and I am the solution. I am no longer a problem, okay? But everything exists inside of me. I am responsible for what's happening to me. You are responsible for what is happening to you. You are responsible when you see your neighbor who's not as qualified as you, not as capable, and he gets that great job or that leadership role. And the reason is because you didn't take the action. This is why you see people being really, really, really successful, and you're like, wow, I could have done that. No, you couldn't have because you didn't pull the trigger. Now, you got to pull the trigger with planning and thought and some grace, right, to be successful. But the trick here, the trick for me, and I think I am the exercise of I am. And if you haven't done this, please go to your mirror. Please go to a mirror. Don't be afraid to write on a mirror. Okay, you can write on your mirror. Nobody's going to be embarrassed. I walked into a kid's room, one of my brother's daughter's room one day. That girl must have had 36 quotes on her mirror. I thought it was awesome. 12, 15-year-old kid. I am awesome. I am great. I am rich. By the way, if you can't do the I am very well, in the mirror, you can do you are because you're reading it, right? And it's coming from you. Okay, these just tricks, okay? Just little tricks, like little, you know, uh, nothing's gonna harm you from a little ink on here. I am. Just a little reminder, okay? I really do like looking at pictures, building pictures, drawing lines, drawing things that I'm anchoring me. I am literally building the Gary. Okay. Look, I have all these notes now, right? I have all these notes in this book. I have 70 hours of doing these recordings now. Okay. We're starting to create something here. I think there's something that we can put together as a package actually of how to, like, I'm really tapped into something here. Okay. This is the amount of progress I've made just in my own journey of clarity. The lack of noise I have in my world right now is staggering. And it is all about this, okay? It has nothing to do with the other stuff. A friend of mine who I do a bunch of financial stuff with, he was like, bro, what you're doing on this show is so cool, man. And I know he really admires my business mind, right? But this is really important. Never intended to be here. I'm just reminding everyone, didn't intend to be here, got a message, and this seems to be working. So this is my way of saying to you, hey, look, I am, and then take action. I am, communicate the steps you're going to take. Make people see, by me doing that, I don't want to let you down. When I say, hey, if there's a couple thousand people in here, I'll show up every Sunday. I'm in it. Okay. And I will do that. I will show up here if there's 2,000 people. Now, I think that we can build 100,000, and I think the freaking planet needs it. Do you guys agree this planet needs a good community of people that are doing simple things? Okay. These are simple things. A man dropped, I'm going to break one of my rules today. I'm going to brag about something I did, but I think you're going to be a little shocked at what I thought was significant. A young man, couldn't have been 30, 25, drops a piece of paper in front of me in a convention at the Tampa Convention Center. And I know you guys are going to think this is stupid, okay? But I bent down and picked it up. I most certainly would have done that for a woman, but it was a 25-year-old kid. I could have, there are many times I've been like, he's 25. He can pick his own shit up. It didn't hurt me to show him that I could pick up a piece of paper for him, hand it to him so he didn't drop everything else. It made me feel reasonably like a reasonable fucking human being. And by the way, 37 people probably saw it. 37 people probably saw, hey, I think I know that guy. He just picked up a piece of paper for some kid. Like, did it really hurt me to help a young man who I would get nothing out of? I had zero. I just kept walking. Okay. Now, I think that puts a little gasoline in my tank. Okay. I think it buys me it most certainly is not going to hurt me. I mean, and I actually believe in karma. Okay. So if you don't believe in karma, see, people say they don't believe in that. I'm like, well, then why don't you just go commit all these crimes? I mean, rape, pillage, and steal. If you don't think that you're going to pay for it, I think the reason I don't do bad things is because I don't want to be a bad guy. So I'm grateful, okay? And I just really want to say that I'm grateful for you guys because I am getting so much out of it. Isn't that interesting? I'm getting more than I think you're getting, for sure. I am literally changing. Okay, see, this is not about me knowing something and telling you. This is about me learning something and sharing it with you. That's all I'm doing. And I'm willing to expose myself for better or worse. I'm willing to expose myself. I think this is an experiment in true faith. Oh, wow, we're going to watch this human being change in front of our eyeballs because he's talking about something that's, I mean, as I was preparing this morning so that I'm true to what I'm telling you, suggesting to you to do, which is to get a message. You start doing the I ams, and then you pause, comma, make sure you become aware. Say, hey, I am aware. Okay, I am aware of the gifts. Do not turn your back on gifts when they show up, no matter what they look packaged as. This is a huge, huge mistake people make. I am attracting genius. I am attracting positive, powerful messages. I am attracting a broader imagination. Okay? I do these I ams. 3 days later, some bum comes up to my car and says something to me, and I disregard him, blow him off completely. Don't do that, man. When you start doing these I ams, open your freaking universe, okay? People show up. In fact, I will tell you that I have never actually met anybody who had a really, really unbelievable message for me that actually showed up like they were the messenger. They always show up as someone different. Okay, it's like it's weird. Anyway, I'm sitting out. This thought has been coming to me for months, but this morning, as I'm really getting into, okay, hey, I know this is right now. I know the church is right. I know that the I am is right. I know that I can see 100,000 people in this church. I can see people wearing T-shirts with I am. I can see people's lives changing. And I'm just, I'm just doing what I do before I do these things. And I get this message, dude, you need to write a book. Now I've been resisting this, okay, and resisting it and resisting it, and I'm still resisting it, and I don't even want to say it out loud because I know once I start saying stuff out loud, I'm going to end up writing a damn book. And I haven't wanted to do this. I've had so many people want, hey, let me be your ghostwriter, and um, it just seems like a lot of work. But I'm getting this, like, okay, I'm going to have to do this after all. And so what I'm trying to show, look, I'm challenged with that. See, I'm scared of that. I'm like, oh, write a book. Do I really want to write a book? I mean, that's going to take a lot of time, and what if it's not good? And what's it going to be about? And guess what? I'm already living in the future. I don't need to do that. What I need to do. One, I do need to talk about it. Okay, this is important that I just blab. Hey, man, I'm not sure I want to do a book. I mean, I'm scared to do a book. What if it's really good? What if it's really bad? Oh, are people going to be calling me and bugging me? I mean, my mind, dude, I can get squirreled up so fast. But what I'm doing is telling you, hey, I got a message this morning. Look, I have never talked like this, okay? I don't get messages. I've never, but I'm telling you, I am receiving, bro, this is what you need to do. I know you don't want to. I mean, this is the way the message comes across. You need to write a book, Gary. You need to write a book, Gary. I mean, and I'm like, yeah, well, I do need to write a book, though, because quite frankly, the only book I'm going to write is a distillation of all the books I've ever read before. I mean, I don't have an original thought. I do not have an original thought. And I do not mean to demean myself in any way by saying that. I think I can distill originally distill things, but I'm not sure that I'm having a new thought. Um, Most certainly, I am is not a new thought. That's my point. Okay, I am simply a communicator of, I think, a very, very, very powerful message, a very powerful tool, and more importantly, a really, really powerful education and community building. Non, what's the word, secular or secular? Uh, non-offensive to anyone. Like everyone can come in. Okay, religious, non-religious. I think this is about this being, the soul. Okay, I am soul. I am spirit. I am imagination and creation. I can imagine things, and then by anchoring that imagination in action steps, I build my vision every time, every time, without fail. If I focus, okay, this is go back to where we were 30, 40 minutes ago. I need to get rid of the stuff I'm average at. Okay, I need to get rid of the things I am average at. I must get rid of the things that I have no emotion about, no positive. If I have negative emotion about certain duties, I probably shouldn't be doing them. Okay, if I have positive emotions about doing things, I should do those as often as freaking possible, right? Because I'm going to be good at it. So I am like, zzz, laser in, man. I've been in 4 industries. People are like, how did you do 4 industries? I did one industry at a time. I did one industry at a time. Oh, and the industry that came before it, I didn't lose the education I got from that, but I wasn't bringing it with me going, everything has to be the way it was before. I get to relearn. Oh, wow. New industry, man. What's happening here? Who's the cartel in this club? Oh, there's no cartels. Well, there's always a cartel, but who are all the players? Who's on the chessboard? This is a new chessboard. It's a new game. It's a new card game. It's a new table. It's a new event. I have to move into this thing, look at it from a big perspective, go in, learn about it, focus, 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 focus. I am brilliant at wherever I'm sticking my nose. I want to be brilliant at it, dude. I don't want to be half-ass. Okay? The reason I bring up emotions is as soon as you say I am, let's see if we can go find one here. Oh, that's a nice comment. See, look at this, man. Church needs to be on all social platforms. It is on Rumble, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn. But the value provided is second to none. Apprentice Millionaire, thank you, my friend. The value provided is second to none. I provide value second to none. That's an awesome quote, man. I provide value. An 8-year-old kid can say this. I provide value to planet Earth. I am valuable. I am invaluable. Okay. Got it? I mean, so the value provided is second to none. The Church of I Am provides deep value. Okay. Second to none. This is cool. What am I going to do? Not go do this? Come on, it does need to be on all platforms, okay? You guys need to email people, call them. Hey, man, why don't you join me for church? I am absolutely shocked at how many families are starting to do this, okay? And it's so, so awesome. And the cool thing is, I know like this works every time, man. Okay, it works every time. Let's see. So see this? Okay, so Kramer says, excuse me, hey, write a book, right? Okay. Well, see now y'all are gonna start hammering me. Yeah, Gary, write a book, write a book. If any human being ever says to you, "Hey, I received a message and I feel um, inspired to do something or compelled," don't knock him off. Okay. I mean, I don't know how you handle it other than going, "Whoa, dude, seriously? That's awesome, man." Do not uh, do not belittle that possibility. Okay. Um, every person I've ever heard ever say this, I legitimately believe they had been spoken to. I mean, that they really knew. But like, I really know that I was spoken to. Okay, like something wants me here right now. I mean, I could really tear up, and it's shocking the emotion around it. See, that's the other thing now. Now, my emotion now is so rich on this church that there is no way this emotion isn't going to supercharge the energy I put into it, and also the energy that you experience. There's just no way, okay? Like, because it's authentic, it's real. We're tapping into something that's really really cool here. Um, and I most certainly am in. I am in for the journey, um, and to produce, excuse me, to produce a really positive impact for the planet. Okay, I like. I feel like I've gotten off track, but in fact, what I wrote down today that I wanted to talk about is how grateful I am for what I've received by doing this. It's a very odd thing that I feel like I'm actually improving and by improving, I don't think I was broken. Okay. I mean, I don't think I was all put together either. So maybe I am broken. Look, everybody's a little broken. Okay. If we weren't broken, we would be perfect, and we're not. So I'm for sure, I'm not perfect. But the book that I wanted to talk about today it is a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you have not read this book, excuse me, if you have not read this book, invest in a hardback. Go buy the book. Also get the audio. Okay, I think you can buy books and the audio. I would most certainly get the physical book, and the audio is something that you're going to want to re-listen to. Think and Grow Rich is exactly the way it think and grow rich. I actually wished he would have put a comma after the word think. Now, this book changed my life. Okay, I mean it really. There's 3 or 4 books I've read that, and I will continue to push these books. Um, I would love to sell 10 million copies of Think and Grow Rich. The world would like. I would probably be better off. Seriously, this is how good these books are. I would probably be better off buying $500,000 worth of Think and Grow Rich books and just give them to every person that subscribed to my channel. Like, then invest uh, anywhere. I literally think we would help more people uh, by distributing those books. But you got to read it, okay? You have to read it, and you have to want to read it, and you have to be in a position where you want something more. These books aren't for mediocrity. They're not for average. They're not for somebody that's in a little bit of dissonance. It's for someone who wants to be a champion. And you either know you want to be a champion or you don't know it. If you don't know whether you want to be a champion, there's a way to reverse that, okay? And you can say, I am a champion. You have to be a champion at something, okay? And by have to, I don't really like using the word have to because it feels like you have to do something. But I am not going to allow you to pretend like you're not special. Okay. If you're sitting here going, I cannot say that I am a champion. Well, you need to find out why. Because I do not believe you're here because your job is to be numero uno piece of shito. Okay. It's not why you're here. Okay. Your dad might have said you were a piece of shit. Your mom, your cousin, the guy that took advantage of you, whatever. Okay. Eh, got it. Everyone gets abused sooner or later in some form or fashion. Life is difficult. I'm not making small of it, but you can't live in the victim forever. Okay, you can't. And if we had more people like me speaking up, we'd have less victims because we'd have victimizers getting their lights punched out. Hey, by the way, okay, if you ever see me angry, please don't be critical because I never said I was not going to be angry. I will knock somebody out so fast that's fucking with somebody else. I mean, I just don't have tolerance for it. Doesn't make me a bad human being. Okay, we should all stand up more. I have a really strong spine. I am powerful, strong, and I will not allow uh, people to victimize others. Okay, I'm a soldier of goodness. These are great I ams. Okay, I am a soldier of goodness. When you're lost in your IMs, okay, you can do some general IMs to get you back in the playing field. See, when you're depressed and you're fucked up and you can't get out of bed and you're like lost in your trouble, and I'll bet you there's a good 30% of the people who are like, man, I can't even do the IM right now. I most certainly understand. When you're fucked up, you're fucked up. The thing is, I get to decide how long I'm going to be angry, how long I'm going to be hurt, how long I'm going to be scared, how long I'm going to be timid. I get to decide my life. It's the only life I get to decide on. I get to decide on my life, and it is the only life I get to decide on. Everything else is, and I spend all my time trying to get you to change. I am Gary Cardone, and that's it. This is what I am going to be. And by the way, when I drop this body, I am still going to be me. And if I lose my arm, or if I lose my fingers, I almost lost this finger, almost lost this hand, I would not be any different. Okay? Like literally, you're not talking to my body. I'm not talking from, you are a one of one spiritual, unique energy beam, pretending to be this little 10-watt stove light. Okay, I am bright. I am bright. All we're doing is we're going to teach each other how to do these IMs. Okay, my toolbox is organized, clean, and accessible. Okay, my toolbox has every tool in it. Okay, hey, by the way, one of those tools may be phone numbers of other people that I can call and go, I need some help. You have an expertise in this area. I don't know anything about it. Can I lean on you? Good people love helping other people. Okay, never ever hesitate to call somebody out that's doing something in the world that's out there. Never hesitate. If you have a really good thing and your intentions are really good, man, reach out. Okay. Especially now. The world's just wide open for this kind of stuff, which is, wow, it's amazing, man. It's just like this just rolls. I implore you when you start doing this, okay, and I'd like you guys to actually write this down. Remember, I was talking about, and again, I know I bounce around a lot, but I was talking about the old hobo that walks up to my car, right? I am attracting powerful messages from the universe. I am open to the universe. I am open to the universe. I am open to pure instructions as to what to do and be. I don't have to, like, I'm just planting a seed, man. Planting a little seed in the old soul, right? Poof, poof. Then I got to water it a little bit. I got a little seed there. I am, a lot of people are going to make it about money. Cool. I am love. I am great. I am a good speaker, whatever. You then communicate what you're doing. Okay. You don't have to communicate all the things that you're not. Like, you've already thrown those out. By reaffirming vocally the I ams, it then requires me to start taking action. And as much as I may not want to write a book, as much as I may have resistance, see, me wanting to write a book is not really the thing. It's not that I don't want to write a book. It's that I'm scared to write a book. I'm scared to go do something I've never done before. I'm scared to be exposed as someone that, like, that was really bad, you know? I immediately think about, oh, it's just going to be so much work, man. You know, I got to go talk to a publisher, and I don't know. Oh. Look, I'm just stuck I get stuck in that indecision, that inaction. Now that I've expressed it to 4,000 people, though, I'm taking a little bit of the power out of the fear by spreading it across 4,000 people and going, hey, I'm scared to write a book, man. Now, the interesting thing is I don't know very many people with more content, just life stories. I could probably write a book on things to not do. Quotes by famous traders on the planet. Biggest mistakes in history. I mean, there's 3 books right there, right? How to lose $200 million. How to waste 12 years of your life, right? The more I communicate this with, I'm literally hoodwinking myself into writing a book by expressing to you, hey, I'm scared to write a book, man. I'm getting this message, but I'm really resisting it. Okay, I'm really resisting it. Why am I sharing that? I'm sharing it because you need to identify when you're resisting your gift. Okay? Fear, man, I have learned. When I go toward my fear, I am always given a gift. When I go toward my fear, I am always given a gift. Always, every time. Fear, I have learned that fear is a trickster, it's a joker. And the fear, the discomfort is actually a indicator that I'm going in the right direction. That I'm going in the right direction. And the closer I get, the more comfortable I get. And I just break through, okay? The fear is actually the place I usually need to go. I'm not talking about the fear of, oh, I'm going to lose $10 billion because I'm trading stupidly. Or, ooh, I've got to go do this trade because I'm going to miss out. I'm talking about fear that's just kind of like always there. You shouldn't do that, you know? The more I communicate about it, I'm not looking for one affirmation from anyone, by the way. In fact, many times I don't even look at this, okay? Because I don't want to be influenced by the go Gary, go Gary, go Gary. I mean, it's not going to influence me. You should write a book, okay? The magic part is me going, hey, look, I'm actually like, it doesn't make sense because I'm scared to do it, but I have a lot of content. Um, don't know why I'm scared to do it, but I know other people. This is the action step. See, if you think this becomes easier, it doesn't. I'm trying to show you right here. Depending on where you are in the escalator of life, whether you're going down, you got a smooth transition, or whether you're going up, whether it's more steep this cycle than it was, and sometimes it's like this, and depends on where you are, man, in your cycle. That's why I say every 7 to 12 years, I believe I have changed as a organism. And then that's why I need to keep doing these IMs very fresh. I mean, like I need to every 7 to 10 years, I look around at the people around me and I hit the refresh button. I'm going to say that again, okay? This has been a very, very, very effective tool for me. Every 7 to 10 years, since I was 20 years old, I refreshed my entire friend base. And I didn't know that I was doing this. I actually refreshed the industry I get into. But it's really the friend base. And by friends, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about, every Tom, Dick, and Harry like becomes my friend. I'm talking about my universe of people that I'm surrounded by. Every 7 to 12 years, I believe I go through almost, what does a snake do? He loses his, you know what I'm talking about? They morph, or they, what's the word for it? Molt. I think crabs molt. Every 7 to 12 years, I feel like I'm go through a molting. Now, if I'm going through a molting, I might have to be resetting these IMs, right? They're either getting bigger or smaller or changing, but most certainly shedding my skin. Okay. It's almost like I'm shedding me. I'm shedding parts of me off that aren't Gary. So don't get locked in. Okay. Don't think that this is stagnant, that this is static and it's never going to be dynamic. It's going to be extremely dynamic. I live a dynamic, exciting, spectacular, energy filled life. This goes on and on and on. Now, why do I get so excited about this? I get so excited about it because I realize every time I say that, I am a great teacher. In that half a second, whatever it was, that it took me to say that, that is time that I did not have time for a negative thought. I am positive. If I am positive in that second, I am not thinking I am negative or any other critical, diminishing, degrading, discounting terminology laced with a little fear. Lacing it with emotions. I am powerful, okay? Like I put emotion in this, okay? When you're scared, believe me, there's emotion. It's called scared. Okay. So when you're doing the negative unconsciously, understand there is emotion tagged into that freaking comment. I am ashamed. I'm not worthy. She's better looking than me. He's better looking than me. Oh, I'm not up to him. I'm not up to her. This is all like fucking flooding your being with negativity. I am at peace. Just saying that took away a vacuum, created it was no vacuum. We filled it up with positive energy and it made no room for anything negative. I am powerful squeezes out, I am weak. Okay. See, this is the thing you can do. People talk about making it in life. They say, fake it till you make it. This is the fake it part. Okay. You cannot fake it till you make it. That's bullshit conversation. Okay. What you can do is start to communicate to yourself in a way that allows you to make it without faking it. Because let me tell you, if you fake anything and you get away with it, you're going to fake shit for the rest of your life, okay? It is not sustainable. It is not sustainable. Guarantee you. I'm not asking you to be a good person. I'm asking you to be a smart person. Cutting corners like that is not sustainable. Every time I've done it, it's cost me an absolute fucking fortune. Excuse my language, but an absolute fortune in time and money and disappointment, okay? Mediocrity, okay? I could have been doing something else. Now, the cool thing is, when I get into the shit shyster, the shit meister, when I'm paying the monkey for all the mistakes I made, the dumb decisions I made that were counter to my I amness, I know that I've turned the corner my problems are so big that I'm like, damn, man, this is going to help somebody one day. This problem is so big. If I can squeak through this mother and I'm willing to convey it and communicate it with other people, wow, it's going to help a lot of people. I've turned the corner when I can start thinking that my problems actually are awesome assets. If I'm willing to be honest with people and not pretend like I'm perfect or some celebrity or my poo-poo doesn't smell, as long as I don't get all sociopathic about my own import, me sharing my difficulties is the only way for me to get back in balance on the balance sheet. Okay. Like it's the only way for me to like make up for the stupidity of me. It is literally my way of going, okay, well, I made a huge mistake. Maybe I could help some other people by just sharing it. Maybe that's the beauty of this mistake. Like I've had 3 marriages, okay? They're like, I am the problem here. Okay. You can't have 3 marriages and go, wow, these women are crazy. They were, 2 of them were. If I am at the center of me, it wasn't her. I'm the one that picked it. I bought the ticket. I knew when it was wrong and I stayed on the ride. I think embedded in I think there's something that I actually have an I am that says I am not, a good. I actually think if I'm really honest, I actually think one of my I ams, my postulates is so powerful and it's been with me so long. This soldier part of me, I am a genius soldier. I am I can, since I was probably 15, I've been saying I am a great soldier of the universe. I don't know why, but I think in doing that, I think about soldiers as solo players, solitary. Um, you know, I think about very lonely. Like that, when I think about the warrior and the soldier, I actually think about, and this has been the life I've lived. So this is my point. I think everyone, and it's interesting that I actually just said that out loud because I've never really thought about that. But this imagination of mine, this one big core I am that's been with me since I can ever remember this thing about I am a soldier. Wow, that is so overwhelmingly powerful in my world. How do I identify soldiers? Oh, soldiers are lonely. They get a couple of ribbons, but they can't really talk about it. They serve masters and then they kind of disappear. They go see their families once every 4 years, and then they fight. They fight the next battle, and then they die in pain and alone. If I wonder, and this is just me asking myself or asking the universe, I wonder if I can have a postulate that's so strong, or an imagination, or building an image of who I am, that it's so strong that it could actually create a scenario where I can't have certain things, right? Like, so you see what I'm saying? I just think the power of the I am, these things are so powerful that you also have to understand, hey, look, you could get one that's just too powerful. Now, I am quite certain, I actually believe that I have been around for centuries, okay? And we can challenge that. No one with any belief system, at least in this church, is wrong, and nobody's right. Okay, I don't believe anybody's wrong here. Okay, I don't, because I don't think anyone has it all figured out. I have no idea if any of this is right or wrong. I have faith that I have the ability to create the universe. I believe that I am creating the universe now. Okay, like if I ain't creating it, I don't know why I'm here. Why can't I imagine something? Okay, so I actually, and you can disagree if you want, but my bias is that I've been around a long time. A long time. I know things that I shouldn't necessarily know. It doesn't make sense that I would be. There's no way for me to have achieved some things that I've achieved or accomplished with the knowledge that I've been given in this lifetime. It makes no sense. There's just some things that instinctively I just know. I mean, I cannot not do it. I cannot not do this, and I will be proven. I guarantee you, in 3 years, we'll look back on this and go, "Oh my God, man! Look at what was created with this church." That's, I think, and I can't tell you that's going to happen. I mean, I may flake out as soon as I said that to you. I'm like, "Oh my God, dude! You're just ruining your ability not to do this in the future." I mean, what if you decide you're not going to do it anymore? You just told these people you're going to do this for a long time. See, immediately go into fear. Okay. So then the next thought is, hey, stop communicating. See, it is that message that doesn't want me to keep doing this. You must keep doing this. Okay. Now, I am not going to look at a bunch of these comments while I'm doing this, because if I look at the comments and I see one or two people go, "You're an idiot, dude. You're a quacko. You believe in multiple lives." And I can't prove that, right? I can't prove that no one can prove anything. That's the funny part. You can't prove that I'm not right. You can't prove that I cannot create the universe. I'm most certainly creating something right here. Okay. And I actually like to believe that we're creating it, because if I was just talking into the mirror, I mean, check this out. Okay. Look at what we're doing here. If I was doing this into a mirror, would the content change? I don't think so. But it wouldn't, well, it might have the same energy, okay? But I actually believe that it has more depth, because it's sliding through 4,800 people right now. 4,800 souls, man, at least 4,800 souls that are being woken up, okay? Because every time I say the words I wake up. I am awake. But as soon as I say I am aware that I am, dude. I am aware that I am is present time. It is in the moment. I am. I am alive. I am receiving messages. I am receiving the messages, okay? I'm a channel. See, I think I am a channel is a good thing, man. I am a channel for good. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a channel, I'm a channel, I'm a channel, I'm a channel, I'm a channel forever and ever and ever. I need to add, hey, I am a channel and attract powerful goodness. I mean, you can attract some other stuff. So, you just want to be like, don't be loosey goosey with this magic power, okay? I am, and you're not going to be me, okay? My I ams are, I believe, very unique to me. I think I'm a very unique human being. I know I'm extremely unique. I have a twin brother. We're not. There's nothing about us that's similar. I mean, we are similar, but it's so many. It's so easy for me to look and go, "Oh wow, all you guys are just unique, one of ones, man. You're not going to be like me. I'm not going to be like you." So when I do the I am, I'm not interested in your I am at that moment. I just need to let the message come to me. I am, and the words will come. Just go with it. I wrote in a book one day in 1991. I'm just writing. Okay. Again, hey, I keep a book. You guys not keeping a book and writing things down. And if you're a criminal, I wouldn't write your criminal activities down. But if you're watching this show for a few weeks, you're probably not a criminal. I am a legit human being. You can always write that one down if you're struggling with criminality. But I wrote down, I don't even know why I wrote this down. It made no sense. No sense whatsoever. I am running an energy company in Europe. It comes out of my hand. I look at it, what the fuck, man? I'm running energy. 3 months later, British Gas, largest monopoly in Europe, would buy 25% of the company I was working for. I looked down at my notes and went, whoa, dude. I just wrote 3 months ago, I wrote down I was going to run an energy company in Europe. Now, I was trying to solve a problem. When I wrote that down, because I looked at all my peers and I went, all these guys are my exact age, man. I can't work for these guys for the next 10 years. We'll kill each other. I go to my boss immediately and go, hey, I want to go to London, man. I want to go. He's like, what are you talking about? And I had a huge role at the company. I would end up in London 6 months later and never come back. I would never come back from London in the energy business. Spent 10 years there, built 2 monster businesses. Brought a wife over there. She looked at me one day. She was from Enron. She looked at me and said, hey, I don't like it here. I said, well, I love it here. Okay. I'm building an energy company here. She's like, well, you're not building one today. And it's like, I am building an energy company here. I got us here. So this is my point about sharing this with other people. These I ams, okay, are yours. They're not your girlfriend's. Your girlfriend may not give a fuck about your I ams. In fact, I don't think they do. I think very few people have any care whatsoever about my I ams. You should care about your own. Okay? You should care only about your own. When you share your I am with me, if you're looking for validity from me, you will never, ever have enough validity from me. Ever. Okay? This is why you really like special experiences that you have in doing this. I would be really, really careful with who you share it with. I will tell you that if you do this, if you do it the way I'm asking you to do it, you will write every person here in a year will write me a letter and say, bro, my life has completely changed in 1 year from doing this. Like I swear to God, okay, your life will change magically, and you'll be like, unbelievable that I am in a spot 1 year later that's this cool. The problem is other people are not going to fuel this, and they're probably going to dampen it, and they're not going to get it. So you're not going to be able to share it. I saw Gary Cardone tear up twice today on this show he does. You sharing that to somebody else is not going to be that meaningful. You're the only one that really experienced it. Go, oh wow, that was kind of whatever. How you might judge it, I'm weak. Okay, I'm just I'm just trying to be authentic. Okay, I think it touches me, and I am quite certain. I am quite certain. I am more certain that if 5,000 or so people were to do this for 9 months to a year, all 5,000 people will send me something and say, bro, thank you so much. And they will go on to be awesome human beings. I know that with greater knowledge than we could fill up this church with 100,000 people. And I am certain we could do that. Okay. I am certain we could do this. By the way, this is our church. It is not my church. Okay. I do not want this to be about me. And the moment it becomes about me or somebody else can do it better, let's roll. Okay. I encourage everyone to light up a church, man. I encourage anyone that has a message of goodness, stick a microphone in your face, put the camera on, and produce. Because there will be so much evil being promoted. Okay. This is why we have to get powerful, guys. Evil is going to use these platforms. And if you can't see that they're already using it, you need to wake up. Again, another reason for me being here. Okay. The soldier part of me, like when all this gets a little, oh, yeah. Hey, if I don't do it, somebody else is going to take a spot and they're going to poison people. All right. So, like, we need good people standing up. You can't be successful and have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and keep it to yourself. This planet is begging for wisdom, man. Begging for light. It is begging for leadership. It is begging for a North Star, something that doesn't constantly change, get mutated, reworded, redefined, change the fucking metrics. Okay. There's truth and then there's truth. There's honesty and there's honesty. Like, it's not that complicated. I was thinking about Think and Grow Rich today. And again, I want to encourage everyone to go get that book. Dana, I really do need to get an affiliate link or something. We should have a place where the people can just go buy the book. I want everybody to buy that book, okay? If you bought it, listen, if you've already read it, you didn't read it last year, I need you to reread it. If you have one, you've read it, and you're stacked up with it, I need you to go buy another one and give one to someone that deserves to read it, okay? This is an awesome book for a 16-year-old kid to read, by the way, that's in school, high school, junior high, college. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind can conceive in, it can achieve. This is one of his core principles in this book, okay? Whatever the mind can conceive of can be achieved. Whatever the mind can perceive or conceive, it can achieve. That is the core principle of think and grow rich. Now, I would say think, act, and grow rich. But the growing for him is the action. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. How do I know that I'm getting to the right I amness? It will show up with emotion and there'll be some desire. There's something I'm trying to solve. Okay. You must have a desire. Some people want to get rich. I want to be really rich. I don't really think they want to be rich. I think they want to be free. I think some people like, I want to be able to do this. Okay. Not mean. I just don't want anybody to take advantage of me. Okay. I don't want to ask anybody for help. If I want to be able to be the helper. I don't want to be the needy one. Okay. I'm a champion. I'm a soldier. I'm willing to carry more weight than others because I'm a freaking champion. Okay. I'm willing to carry more weight. Hey, men, there's some men out there. You can decide that you can carry more weight than other people. Okay. This is a decision. You look at your buddies and go, wow, they all work that much. I am a champion. Don't worry about the rest of the people's. If you can work 30 hours, work 30 hours while the other guys are working 3. You don't need to work, oh, I did 4, man. That's work. Focus your energy on your desire. You will become passionate about your emotions, not about Gary's. You're never going to get to become me. You're never going to be as passionate about me as about what I'm doing. You're not. You're only going to get passionate. My brother could not possibly be as passionate about me about what I'm doing here. He couldn't be. He's passionate about something else. It's awesome. And, Granny's is going to be, Rachel Elizabeth is going to be more passionate about something else. I mean, there's a trillion different avenues for all of us. There's so much room, and we run around acting like it's competitive. Let me tell you something, and I'll probably end with this, even though there's so many people in here. It's a wonderful morning. If you wait to be ready, back to the competition, since you think there's competition, if you wait to be ready, you will be destroyed by a guy like me who is acting and not waiting to be ready. I will destroy you. I will literally run you over like a freight train, and you have even no, like, it's not even like you have a chance because my actions are superseding your thought. And if you look around, this proves out for centuries. Okay, he who takes the most action wins the game. He who takes the most action with the most focused, concentrated thought, planning, and execution wins the game. And most certainly, that game will not go on forever and ever. The guy who continually is dynamic and openly changing and expanding, he owns his universe, man. And that's awesome. Okay. Like I am in more control of my universe today than I ever have been. Ever. Ever. And it is really a cool feeling. I cannot tell you how confident and comfortable being comfortable and confident in what you're doing is. Like really being like, oh wow, I'm actually the vibration inside of me that's always been a little wacky. It's actually settling down. I'm beginning to get aligned in the harmonic is like aligning. It just feels like it's aligning. But that is, and it's because of these churches. I'm telling you, in 10 months, I have transformed myself. In 10 months, just doing the show. So this is my way of one, showing what taking risk looks like and the action, and then, hey, look, people are digging this. Okay, When you get a good response from something, you just keep doing it, okay? And you keep improving on it. And I would never have thought to do this. And that's what Dustin said last night. He said, Gary, when you start talking about the church, it's just like you light up. And so I wanted to thank you guys for that today. I'm really, really grateful that this is working. And it's interesting how just doing this, and this is why I'm asking you guys to really get aware. I mean, you need to write on a piece of paper, okay? I am aware, okay? I am awake, okay? Like, hey, write it down, because like once you start doing the, I am a great leader, okay? I am a great speaker. I am oh, hey, the church idea pops up. Bro, you said you were a great leader and a great speaker, and you get the idea to do a church. I mean, like, how many messages do you need? Because it ain't going to be, not everyone's going to get the 2:00, bang, bang, Gary, you need to go do this. I mean, I've had other much, much more subtle messages that I should have listened to, or I did listen to, and they changed my life. What we're doing, the only thing people don't do is they don't distill it, push it in a box, look at this and go, oh, wow, look at the I ams that I have, and then share it with the world. Prince shared his music. Prince said he was going to be one of the greatest musicians of all time, okay? Muhammad Ali said he probably spent more time telling everybody how great he was than how much he practiced. I'm just kidding. He practiced a lot. Okay, Conor McGregor told everyone he was going to be a champion. These men made statements before they actually could realize and synthesize and create the thing they imagined. What they did, they took their imagination and they threw it up on a hologram to the world to see, and that got them seriously committed. It also smashes a massive frequency out into the universe. You got 5,400 people, dude. I guarantee you 54 people will be vibrating beyond this 1 hour or 2 hours. And it will vibrate for the whole week. And these ripples, I mean, you think a butterfly can change the wind. 5,000 human beings, spiritual entities, who I think have vast amounts more energy than you think you have. I mean, vast. The amount of change that I can create with my mind is staggering to me. It is staggering, okay? Like and I don't even know how to use it, but it is, I have never created an imagination or an image in my mind, and I fuel it with emotion and fuel it with communication to other people. I have never not accomplished that goal in my entire life, okay? In my entire life, I have never failed to accomplish something if I just did I am communicating openly to the world that I am, and then I am taking action steps right this damn moment before my thoughts are before I know how to perfectly set up a streaming, before I am perfectly comfortable in getting in front of a microphone, before I don't have to be perfect. I have to be intended well. My intentions need to be well. I need to be close to being good, and perfect will come through practice. Perfect's going to come through action. So I'm going to beg you guys. I'm going to implore you. I'm going to command you, whatever turns you on, dude. If you like to be commanded, I am most certainly going to give you a directive. A directive is you must do the I ams. Okay, you do I ams in the morning and you do some I ams at night. Okay, it takes you 4 minutes. I am awake. I am alive. I am open to messages from the universe. Okay. I am. Write it down. Start journaling. I am awake. Everyone can say, I am awake. I am awakening. Okay. I'd prefer you to put it in the present tense. I am awake. Okay. I am grateful. Dude, grateful is an awesome word. Okay. Like when you're fucked up, say, hey, I am grateful for something. I don't know what it is right now. I've been in so much pain before. I literally go, hey, I'm grateful that one day this shitty problem, I will be able to share it with someone else and I will have empathy with them and they will know they're not the only one. Sometimes that's just the best I can do. And then I go, I am getting through this as soon as possible. I focus on very small areas. Okay. I do not do what I'm not great at. I don't do what I'm not good at if I don't have to. If I can hire somebody to do everything I'm not good at and I can afford it, that is an awesome investment. And then I get to focus on what I'm damn impassioned about, what I have desire to do and great emotion and drive. Okay. I am built to do this. Focus on small areas. Disregard being a master of nothing. Okay. Johnny Jackoff knows a little bit about everything. Think and grow rich. Okay. You are the investment for all you money guys that want to make money. You are the treasure, dude. Like it's not the Bitcoin, it's not the money. You are the one of one. Don't make this about $1 million. Okay. It'll be so short, so many zeros relative to your value. Don't short yourself. Okay. Do not delay action. When you're ready, close to ready, when it's good enough, do not wait for perfect. I am most certainly not doing this perfect. If I would have been doing this perfect, I would have collagen in I wouldn't look like I had 3 hours of sleep. My teeth would be super white. My little gap in my teeth would be fixed. It drives me crazy. My hair would be perfect. You know what? This is how I'm doing the show. I am authentic. I'm not going to put on filters and makeup. I don't want you to have to do it. You don't need to do it. You're not better with or without it. Okay. The freaking light inside of you needs to get brighter, not the look on my face. I need to get brighter. And nobody's going to care what I look like. If I'm shining like a superstar, no one gives a toss if I have muscles or gray hair or beard. Good looking, not good looking. You turn a light on in a human being and they all become beautiful. And that's just a fact, okay? I mean, I've known people. I won't even go there because I'll start crying again. Have I covered everything? What have I learned since October the 16th? I have learned so much about myself, and more importantly, I've learned so much about I am. I mean, the progress I have made as a human being is staggering. I'm telling you guys, okay, like I'm not a special case. I'm actually probably a tough case to break down. You're in for such a journey if you just do this. It's so simple. I want you to embrace your uniqueness when you're doing the I ams. You're not like me, okay? Stop trying to be like me. Stop trying to be like the other guy. You are unique. You might have a bizarre sense of humor. You might do art differently. You might, I don't know, okay? But find your uniqueness and then embellish it, okay? Exaggerate it, embellish it, share it with the world. You don't have to be weird. You share it with the world, okay? You embrace your uniqueness and then you show it to other people. Jimi Hendrix, man. Okay. When you're worried about sticking out like a sore thumb or a hangnail because you're a weirdo, go buy a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt. Buy some image of someone that you really admire who is way off the vanilla. I mean, like, people love extreme personalities, man. People love extreme personalities. All our devotion goes to extreme personalities. Pablo Picasso, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jimmy Page. I mean, who's the cat that Michelangelo? Okay, I mean, people love extreme. So, what are we all doing being a dim little 10-watt light bulb? Okay, I am a North Star, extremely bright, seen by millions. Embrace your uniqueness and focus it. Focus it, man. You don't need 12 great skills. You need one, and amplify the hell out of it. All right. You're going to do the IMs. You guys get your book, okay? Contact Dana. Dana's ordering some books right now. We're going to have IM books. We'll be here next Sunday, 10:30 a.m. I would love for you guys to email friends of yours. Send a little note out. Hey, look, I just started going to this thing. I'd love you to join me here. It's on Rumble, LinkedIn, Twitter, and the other one, YouTube. I just think I think it. Look, I think we can build a church with 100,000 people. I think it would be so fun and so helpful. I don't know how the math or how you do all that. I mean, we're going to have to figure out how to do that, but I am doing that. Okay, I am building a church with 100,000 awesome energy beams. Okay, that's contributing to the church for the good of humanity. Okay, I mean, this is a cool, super cool. Like, I could do 10 businesses tomorrow. This is more important than any business, or all 10 of them wrapped together. Everybody's got to go out and do something really, really, really nice for somebody today, okay? Do not share it. It has to be anonymous. You're the only one that knows. Congrats and great, great gratitude to a huge, unique asset called Bitcoin. Anyone that has been in the Bitcoin industry, I just want to really congratulate you. And for those of you that aren't, that are coming into my universe for goodness and to find yourself. I mean, let's face it. Why am I here? I am here to find out more about me. I'm not broken. I'm not blind. I just want to know more about me. And I think the way I discover that is I do it this way. This is right for me at this point in my life. Somebody referred to me as the Zig Ziglar of X the other day. And I'm like, I immediately like, that was, and then I was like, dude, that's quite a compliment, actually. I think Zig Ziglar was an awesome human being, but that was really a beautiful compliment. I thought he was kind of joking around or messing with me. But so you guys are going to go out and be nice to somebody. And the way you could be really nice to somebody is send them to the church, okay? And make sure they load up. They either watch this show or they show up next week. Really appreciate you guys. I really, Really, really appreciate you. Um, Again, I've gotten more out of this than you have, and for that, I thank you, and I thank you for trusting, actually, trusting in the process, trusting me, and trusting yourself, because that's what this is all about: trusting yourself and getting in touch with your own brilliance. Um, we can do so much. We do not need the politicians. I do not need the education system. I don't need the tax man. Don't need the military. I need you. I need you and your goodness, your belief that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, man, put you here in 2025 on planet Earth and whatever zip code you're in for a damn reason. And I am now in your life for a reason. Okay. I do not believe this is by chance. I think we're here for something important. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I am being prepped for something in the future. I do not worry about what that future is, but I believe that what I'm doing right now is really, really, really important work. And I really appreciate you helping me. And I think it's going to become much more clear why we're doing this, but it will become more clear later. So there's more people that need this room. You know it, and I know it. The world actually needs more people in these rooms. So power to you and I, power to yourself, power to your uniqueness, and most certainly power to the two most important words in the human language: I am. And in my case, I am Gary Cardone, and I'm going to see you next week. Thank you very much, guys.